All right, guys, we're the Skeptics Review. I'm the Arbiter,
And I'm a scientist.
and we're here with a new episode. We're going to be talking about concerts, upcoming concerts, and past concert experiences. So you want to go ahead and take it off?
Yeah, first off, seems like 2018 got a slow start to concert announcements, festivals, things like that. You know, we're already getting set to enter April in a few days, and concerts are barely, starting to release their tour dates and whatnot, especially, some of them being in South Texas, where they got pushed back. River City Rock Fest in San Antonio. That one used to be on Memorial Day weekend. That one got pushed back to late fall. So that's one that we always go to. So we're going to have to adjust to that one. And we still don't know the lineup. So, South Texas. So lately, coming up in April, we have Skillet. I don't know if you're familiar with the rock band Skillet.
I'm not too familiar with them.
I did mention them in one of the previous vlogs, how, I'm taking the family out to go catch Skillet.
Cool.
They're coming along with the Got Faith concert series. So it's going to be a little bit more chill. The ambiance, not so much crowd surfing going on.
You think so, though?
I don't know.
You were just showing me... I did say I don't know much about them, but the scientist was just showing me a video of theirs. And, I mean, it's rock music. It's hard rock music, so I don't think that they're just going to be, like, sitting there, with cartons of milk. I think they're going to...
Oh, yeah.
They're going to be, like, headbanging or jamming or... I don't know about moshing or something. There's going to be some movement,
Yeah. Well, hopefully. Hopefully. It goes with the rock show. One of the things that, I'm really excited about going is, like I said, I'm taking my family. I'm taking my wife and my 7-year-old. She's been asking for mom and dad to take her to a concert. So That's awesome. Better show than Skillet? It's got zombies. It's got rock music. It's got a female guitarist, female drummers. Influence like you can't imagine.
Yeah, that's great.
This is an encouraging moment for my daughter to want to, in a way, take up the arts, take up music.
Yeah.
So we look forward to going to see Skillet. I forget who else is on the bill, but hey, Skillet's headlining. So, and the plus side, the venue is about 3 miles north of where I live, so we're right there. So even better. I'm really excited about it. Like I said, it's going to be my daughter's first experience at a rock show. And, her favorites are the Beatles. Her favorites are heavy metal band from Sweden, Avatar.
Nice.
So Kiss. She likes all this stuff. So when she heard that we're taking her to Skillet, she's already memorizing the music. And
yeah, it won't be a shock to the system. Like, what kind of music is this? That's cool.
So now if she sees crowd surfing or body surfing and whatnot, she's going to want to be thrown up there. And I don't know. Maybe, if it gets them up to like stage, right? So we'll see. Yeah. So I'm really, really excited about that show coming up in a few weeks. I don't know if you have anything coming up.
Actually, I do.
Okay.
Funny enough, almost a year ago, this time of year, I was I went to go see Anthrax with Killswitch Engage, with opening act Code Orange, who was just recently Grammy nominated, which is crazy. Unfortunately, I didn't get to see Code Orange. I got there a little late. I did catch Killswitch and Anthrax, which were both awesome. But now a year later, this year, actually in a couple of days, my wife and I are going up to Corpus, and we're going to check out Jason Mraz, who my wife is a big fan of. And over the years, she's worn me down to a point where, I actually like his music. I don't necessarily always go out of my way to listen to his music. But I have a few songs of his on my playlist here and there. They got the sentimental connection with her. But we actually went to a concert of his a few years ago up in Dallas. And he and his band put on a heck of a show, man. They were super entertaining. They had big screens going, and he had a horn section and a great percussionist. It wasn't just your standard band setup. And the opening act, I forgot her name. She was also a really great musician. It was a good show. So I'm expecting also a really good entertaining show. And he's got good songs. Again, even though I'm the hardcore metalhead, I love all the really brutal stuff. Hey, it's good to chill out with some good, clean, well sung, well crafted songs. So I'm looking forward to it.
So what's the vibe like at a Jason Mraz concert?
When we went the first time, it was in a seated, there were seats, and so everyone was seated. Everyone was very polite. It was chill. People were standing up and cheering and whatnot, but there were no mosh pits. There was no wall of death. There was no crowd surfing. So way different from what I'm used to.
I see.
growing up going to metal shows, every time you'd go in the parking lot, you're kind of psyching yourself up like as if you're going into battle. It felt like like a scene out of Gladiator or whatever. You're picking up the dirt. You're like, I'm getting ready to go in there and survive or whatever. And so this is totally not that. Like you can just go in kind of like chill and not worry about having to like get ready and brace for impact or anything. So I kind of enjoy that as I'm getting older in the years. So that'll be cool.
I've actually enjoyed some of Jason Mraz's music, and unfortunately, not many songs come to mind off the top of my head. I know I'm yours. That's like a cool little upbeat song that he has.
Yeah.
But I know he has a lot more hits.
Oh yeah.
He's very well known and out there, so that's pretty cool. That you have the opportunity to go see him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool. Another concert that I'm gonna go see. This one's coming up in May. Already have my tickets. Is country legend Hank Williams Jr.
Nice.
Really excited about this show. Excuse me.
I hope he plays. Are you ready for some football?
That's
imagine. One of my favorites.
I imagine. You're talking about Hank Williams Sr.'s son. You're talking about some of the early foundations of like country to a certain extent. And it's just amazing. Country Boy Can't Survive, family tradition. You gotta have
I know that song.
That beer in your hand, and just like take it all in.
I remember those. Yeah. I know more of his stuff than I realize.
Yeah. Everybody does. There's got to be a Hank Williams Jr. song for everybody.
Hey, that's a good way of putting it.
There's a tear in my beer. I grew up on that one as a kid.
I do like that one. I remember that.
Yeah.
One. Did you ever see the video where he's in the song or in the video with his dad?
Oh, dude, that brings
right.
A tear, man.
Isn't that awesome?
That's
I remember
amazing.
that one. That was a cool one.
Yeah. So, radio is like really promoting this show, and one of the things that hit me, it's like, Hank is getting up there in age. This might be the only opportunity that some of us get to see him, for those of us who are, country music fans, and it's going to be an amazing feeling. I know my parents have, their tickets ready to go.
Awesome.
Who are all going to be on the floor, which I almost can never afford. So we'll be there on floor seats, and it's just going to be a great experience. Now it's just a matter of hanging out outside his tour bus, yelling him, calling him out, see if he'll
to get a picture.
Yeah, see if he makes an appearance or whatnot. But that's what we got going on for concerts. I mean, anything else?
No, you mentioned earlier that your daughter's going to her first concert. I was gonna ask you, like, what was your first concert experience?
My first concert experience, believe it or not, was at a Mexican rock band. They're not Mexican. I'm sorry. They're either Peruvian or something like that.
They're from Latin America somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know if you're familiar with the rock band La Ley.
I've heard the name. I really don't know any of their songs.
See, I was a kid, maybe in middle school. I got invited with some friends to go see this band La Ley, and I fell in love with everything at that moment. And you're talking about like the larger than life persona, the rock star hair, the singing, the clothes, everything.
The lights, the smoke machine.
Yeah.
For sure.
And I fell in love with their music that night, and from then on, it was rock show anytime I can go see it, from anything from Disturbed to country artists to, bands at local clubs, bars,
Local bands, we have a great local scene.
But, if I may make a recommendation, a band like La Ley, their rock music, it's in Spanish, but it's beautiful music. It's really
something
awesome.
Kind of like Maná. I've heard of them.
To a certain level, because I hear comparing Maná to some of the other bands can be kind of, I don't know how to put it, but yeah, I don't know.
All right, well, I'll have to check them out to get a better idea of what they might sound like. But I remember my first concert experience was, funny enough, Sammy Hagar, who we talked about recently.
You mentioned that you went to go see him?
Yeah, and that was really cool. Very unique experience. My friend got free tickets, so he was like, hey, you like rock music? Let's go check this guy out. Mm-hmm. We went out to the show. We're like pretty much the youngest people there. This was back when I was in high school. But yeah, the same idea, man. Like the larger than life experience. Everyone's got the guitars and the lights and the loud music. I loved it, and I've been to so many concerts ever since, and I'll keep going until I go deaf enough that I can't hear anything.
Yeah, because then comes like the acoustic version of their shows, a little bit more mellow. Which as I mentioned, I've seen Disturbed I don't know how many times in there. I know they're getting up there in age slowly.
Man, they're still. I don't see them like slowing down.
But they're working on I guess an acoustic album.
Oh, nice.
Which is gonna change everything, but I look forward to it.
It's a good change of pace.
But that's been my first concert, man. That was my first concert experience. So I'm eager to pass it down to my daughter, and that's just creating a new rock fan.
Awesome. Yeah, for sure. And then going to see music live is always the best way to experience it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could take a band that you're not, or a musician an artist that you're not really that into, or you're not familiar with, and you see them live, and all of a sudden you get a new appreciation for them. So live music is definitely something that I hope never goes away.
Yeah, and not to mention, by attending these rock shows, you're helping out the bands,
That too.
because in a previous vlog we've mentioned that, CD sales, album sales are in a decline. The bias towards certain artists, certain bands, certain genres. We're not seeing their music being displayed out on Walmart racks or
Exactly.
Target or
radio airplanes.
radio.
sometimes.
Exactly. So what we're doing now is we're attending these concerts so that we can help these bands out, keep their music alive. And
Yeah, you vote with your dollar, right? If you want these bands to continue, or musicians to continue to put out music and to go out on tour, you got to go to the show, pay your ticket, buy a shirt or something, buy some merch, help support the band, and a lot of ways that's really how a lot of, especially from my experience, like listening and going to a lot of shows from underground metal bands.
Yep.
Like buying merch is what keeps them alive, and that keeps them going. So support whenever you can.
yeah, not to mention, I mean, again, attending these shows, and you come out of these rock shows, you're like all sweaty and exhausted, fatigued, because you're in there.
But then you got the adrenaline flowing
Yeah.
too, so you're exhausted, but you're
Yeah.
still like hyped up. It's not until the next day where you feel the soreness in your neck and your legs and your back and your arms. I remember wake up the next day from like a Slayer show, and I felt like I was, like working out for 10 hours straight.
Yeah,
Like it was an experience for sure.
One of the shows that I wanted to mention was at the River City Rock Fest in San Antonio. I believe it was 2015. Lincoln Park. They headlined the show, and with the passing of Chester Bennington, it was, again, you got to see these artists before they're not around.
You never
anymore.
know. You never know.
So it's been a great experience, to say that I got to see Lincoln Park in full show. It was an amazing experience.
Yeah, I got to see them up in Houston. They opened up for Metallica that one year.
Okay.
It was Linkin Park. I want to say Mudvayne, or maybe not. The Deftones, Kid Rock, and then Metallica, which was a pretty crazy. Or was it Limp Bizkit? Now I can't remember. But it was those bands. But
Yeah.
I mean, the main one for me was Metallica. But Linkin Park, I was actually very surprised by. From all the other bands, I think their performance was the one that I liked the most.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate with the passing, and the new direction that they're heading. They're still working on that, So
I don't know anything about that.
Me neither. I know that they've been working, trying to sort out what they're gonna do. I know, Mike Shinoda has his hip hop project, Fort Minor.
Okay, yeah.
So where Linkin Park's headed, I don't know. But on the topic of concerts, being able to see them, it's just been a privilege, and we got to keep that momentum going, and so that's our topic on concerts. So if you guys have any suggestions or experiences on your concerts, we'd love to hear it. We'd love to share it. So feel free to weigh in, comment below if you like us, subscribe, weigh in. So this is a lot of give and take. So whatever you have for us, we'd love to share it. Be sure to find us at the Skeptics Review on Facebook, Twitter at Skeptics Review. It's getting hard to say. So anything else music related, we'd love to hear it. So if there's anything else,
I'm good.
all right. Until next time, I'm the scientist.
I'm the Arbiter.
All right, later.
Later.